Well, hello there, gardening friends. We're out at the garden, and we got a lot done today. I'll show you the garden real quick. So I went to the Lowe's and got a bunch of these 18-inch stakes, and I had some left over from the prior years, but and we did this 2 years ago and it worked out great. I went ahead and staked out all my beds. So we've got a total of 14 beds that are 18 foot long and 30 inches wide. My tiller is 24 inches, so I wanted to be able to comfortably get in there without wrecking those pins and just go straight down the middle. So we set the beds. They're not perfectly aligned, but they're good enough. Let me go out and get this measuring tape and mallet. We got a 4.5 foot walking path here in the middle. As you can see, the garden is pretty well weed free. We've been using that power auger and it's worked great to drill out the weeds that have just been pretty invasive. Not to say that they won't come back, but I mean, we really put a dent in them. At least Dad really put a dent in them. But after we get everything laid out, I took the tiller, set it at a depth of 3 inches just to scrape these leaves off the growing areas, or try to rough them up to dry these beds out a little bit. And that worked out really great. However, I think it was the first bed up near the fence row there, uncovered a big nest of bunny rabbits. There were 7 little rabbits and their eyes weren't open yet. They had fur on them, but their eyes weren't open yet. And fortunately, I didn't kill any of them. Normally, I mean, every year I run into a nest either with a weed eater or the tiller, something where a rabbit has somehow gotten in here and made a nest. So we got the nest early this year. Didn't kill any of the rabbits. I got a buddy named Stone that is a big outdoorsman into nature and livestock and all that kind of stuff, like small game. Contacted him. He took the rabbits. He's going to take care of them and whatever else he's going to do. I don't know what he's going to do with them, but that's neither here nor there. The point is, we got them out of here. We didn't kill any of them here. Mama rabbit is still on the loose. Don't know where she's at. Might be underneath the evergreens, might be under the yard barn, might be somewhere else. We need to set up a trap or something, because otherwise we're gonna have this problem again eventually. Most seasons there's either 1, maybe 2 nests that we come across, and usually, like I said, it's a little bit of a massacre because I'm weed eating or using the tiller to cultivate. So anyway, we got all the beds cultivated, scraped up. They look, they're wet. The ground's wet, but the ground looks good. Really excited about this year. I just think it's going to be really good. I'll try to plant, in these 30-inch beds. I'm going to try to stay to the 2 foot mark, depending. And there's my son joyriding on the lawnmower. He needs to joyride somewhere else though. That's too loud. So the next step is we need to actually come up with our plan. Now that I know how many beds and how long and all of that, come up with our plan on how we're going to fill all that, what we're going to grow. Plan is to grow more than enough so that we've got plenty that we can put up, but we can also share with family and friends. For example, my friend Stone came over, gave him a couple plants. He's a big fisherman, so I think we're gonna be trading fish for vegetables, which is kind of cool. I'll show you this real quick. So I got my outdoor table set up. We got these cinder blocks and then kind of leveled it off, but it's pretty well level. So when the weather's nice, like most few hours today, we had all the greens out here on the rack, but we got a storm coming in, so put them back in the greenhouse. But it's pretty much weatherproof. I mean, it's just regular wood. and just a cattle panel rack that we've kind of fastened down on there, but it works out fine. The biggest challenge is going to be mowing. You know, where periodically I'm going to take this off and mow underneath of it, but no big deal. It's not too heavy to move. Greenhouse is we'll go in here so you can see what we got going on. But everything's still working out great. Automatic window louver is working out like a charm. You know, it's starting to close up a little bit, but we can adjust this. The further I screw this down, you know, while it's closed, the wider those flaps are going to open as it heats up. There's beeswax in there, it expands. As this warms up to about 70 is when that starts to happen. We've got an automatic window louver here, same deal. But right now it's about 80 degrees, and it was a little warmer than that earlier today. We had the door open and all that. My dad's been doing a good job taking care of things. But all the greens are down. They're a little beat up from being out in the wind, but they still, for the most part, really healthy. Any signs of deficiency are gone because I hit it with fertilizer a couple times this week, so the plants are happy right now. My peppers are pretty well adjusted to full sun. We took the shade cloth off the other day, and they're starting to gain some traction now. We're getting another set of leaves. They're getting bigger. They got really good color. We get about 90 or so. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trays. There's like 18 in a tray. Actually, we got over 100, right? 18 times 6. Is that 108? Anyway, things are looking real good. And there's my dad with the table.
I thought we'd put this one in.
Okay.
So it's a piece together, but it shouldn't leak at all because it's real tight and caulking under both edges of the seam. And then
yeah, that's fine. We can. Do you think? How'd you get it in last time? Just real
sideways.
Sideways?
Yeah. Get your legs in first.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Well, let me get ahead of it. You want to just lay it down? That cord. Alright, so we got another little potting table in here, and I may end up putting this outside. This has got like a rubber mat, but we're pretty well set in here. So it'll be another month before those peppers are ready, you know, and they'll continue to grow, and then I'll put them outside, harden them off and all that. We'll be good to go on that. Then I've got a bunch of tomatoes at the house that sprouted this past week, so I'm going to try to get those potted up potentially this weekend to get them started, and then try to get them out to the greenhouse sooner rather than later, because they're really, being a warm weather crop along with the peppers, they're going to thrive in the greenhouse temps that I can't provide at the house. So I'm going to try to get them out here. Other than that, just having fun out here. It's good to have some time just to play out in the yard, do some things, get some stuff done, and so really excited about this year. We're gonna get some stuff cleaned up, and then it's gonna take off. So I guess that's it for now. Until next time, happy gardening. Bye.